how some people are magnetic? They walk into a room and you're instantly like, who are you? How do you have the sauce like that? The reason certain people walk into the room and command attention is because they genuinely believe they are attention worthy. They don't need to be loud, they don't need to be showy. They walk into every room genuinely thinking that the room gets better because they're in it. They don't follow the tone, they set the tone. They walk in knowing they add value, so they walk in with their head held high and confident body language. Because they're giving confident, they're not scared to go up to people, start conversation, and build relationships.
Everybody wants the look, right? Everybody wants the car, the outfit, the watch, the lifestyle. But nobody talks about the energy behind it. The energy behind it. The truth is, your aura, okay, your magnetism isn't granted by acquiring things. It's built through the person that you become before you acquire them. There was a guy the other day, he was like, hey man, I watch all your videos, all these things, and I really see how people always are attracted to you or magnetized to you, or they gravitate to you. And even in person, when I see you, you have this aura that kind of shakes the room, and everyone has no choice but to turn to look at you. And then when I followed you outside, I noticed that you had this crazy car, and you had the watches, you had these things. He said, I have some of these things. I have so much money, but still I can't attract the girls. I can't get the attention. I don't attract people. I don't persuade people, or I don't have people gravitating towards me like they do to you. And the reason is, I'm not bragging on myself, but there are people who have that sort of aura that will change the room. And the thing is, you have to become that person. And when you become the person, then you're doing the things that person would do, and then you have the things. You can't just skip to getting the things to make it look like you're that person, because you don't have the personality, right? You don't have the characteristics. You don't have these things. So some people try to wear or buy things. They might have the money, but they never developed themselves. Okay, their body, their personality, their skills. And that's what needs to happen before you can get to that magnetic aura. Okay. So some people buy all the right pieces, the designer clothes, like I said, the car, the watch, but when they walk in the room, there's no presence. No presence. They've got the stuff, but they've got no substance. Right? So they're wearing symbols of confidence, but really haven't even developed the confidence. And that was the same situation. So magnetism isn't in the outfit. It's in the energy that wears it. Okay? Real power can't be purchased. It has to be embodied. So there's a principle, and this principle I talk about all the time is called be, do, have. I first learned this principle by watching Myron Golden. Shout out to the Social Proof podcast, which allowed Myron Golden on their platform. Myron Golden also has his own channel. Extremely successful entrepreneur, located out here in Florida, Tampa, Florida. But he explained this be, do, have principle, and he says to have everything that you desire in life, it's not about working hard and like saving up till you turn 65 and then you die. It's not about that. If you want that thing right now, if you want to collapse time, this is also talked about quite a bit in esoteric texts. One being the Kybalion by the 3 initiates. But the be, do, have principle works like this. If you want something right now, you want to collapse time, you want to quantum jump in your life, you need to be the version of yourself that you see having the things. You need to be that person right now. How do you be that person? You just be still. Pretend you have everything already. What would that person be doing? So after you're being that person now, what would you be doing? Really close your eyes and imagine, what would you be doing had you been that version of yourself already? And because you're being that person and you're doing the things that version of yourself would do, you're going to have everything that version has. So for instance, I want to be the best trader in the world. What do I do? Well, as the best trader, I'm just confident. I'm quiet. I'm silent. Not worried about what anyone else thinks in their charts. And then what am I doing? I'm being very picky with my trades. I'm sizing inappropriately, and I'm very confident on my setups. So because I'm doing that and I'm doing that consistently as the best trader in the world, I'm going to have what that trader has. I'm going to be a world champion trader. Okay. I'm going to be in these competitions. I'm going to have the championship. I'm going to beat Mark Minervini, right? I'm going to have quite a bit of money probably, right? Amass a large following. So that's who I am being. And then I'm going to do the things. And because I am being that version, I'm doing the things, everything that I want to have is just essentially just going to come to me. Okay. But most people live their lives backwards. They think once I have the money, then I'll be confident. Once I have the car, then I'll be magnetic. But that's not how energy works. So the truth is you must be it first. You have to be confident before the results show. You have to be abundant before the money arrives. You have to be peaceful before the chaos ends. Okay? Then, because your state leads your circumstances, the doing just follows naturally. Your state is going to lead your circumstances. So if you're happy, you're going to continue to do things that make. If you're mad, you're going to yell at people. You're going to be negative. It's your state. Okay, state transference. Embody a state. Ed Milet talks about this quite a bit as well, and Neville Goddard talks about the state of the wish fulfilled, feeling of the wish fulfilled. Okay. And then again, like I said, you want to embody your higher self. So you want to ask yourself, who would I be if I already have, or if I already had everything I desired? Who would I be right now? If I had the yacht, the house by the water, the cars, the wonderful wife, the beautiful family, the large following, who would I be right now? How would I carry myself? How would I speak? How would I think about money? How would I think about time? Is it a waste of time to go to this 9 to 5 when I know that just off of one sale here, I can make $50,000 with this high ticket sale? Well, you have to count the time. I'll do that. And then just the rest of the day I have for meetings and things that I want to do for myself. How would you be thinking? Is that how would you be thinking about time, money, relationships? How would you be thinking? Who would I be if I already had everything I desire? Then you have to start living that now. Because when you embody your high self, the external has no choice but to reflect it. And that's how you collapse time. That's how you quantum jump. And that's why Jesus said, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all these things shall be added unto you. The kingdom isn't in the sky, it's within you. It's in your mind. And everything external comes after internal alignment. Okay. And then there's real versus artificial magnetism. All right. So you can spot the difference pretty quickly. Some people look rich, but then they feel empty, right? You can feel that. You can feel that. Some people look simple, but radiate power. They just step into the room confident. What's up? What's next? Walking powerfully, head up, chin high. Because magnetism is a byproduct of self-awareness and discipline, right? Build your body not to show off, but to hold energy. Develop your mind not to appear smart, but to create clarity. And then you master your craft not to prove something, but to live in purpose. So when your life is built on foundation, not performance, people feel your energy before you say a word. Right. And the reward of being. So what is the reward of being? The reward of being is essentially once you stop chasing validation, you become magnetic. Once you stop chasing validation, you become magnetic. And what essentially that means is you're never going to be a powerful version of yourself if you're always looking for someone to say yes, you did good. Or if you're looking hey, how'd I do? Or, oh, is this okay? You're always trying to satisfy that person or these people or this group of people, right? And it's always going to make you feel empty inside because you're not accomplishing the things that you want to, but you're a slave to the thoughts and opinions of others. You'll never be satisfied with yourself. You're a slave to the thoughts and opinions of others. So you have to let go of that. In another video, I say, hey, you need to be selfish. This is why, because you're going to be a slave. If you're not selfish, you need to focus on self. And once you focus on self, you'll be able to develop self. Because you have a desire that no one else has. Everyone is unique. You have a desire and a path that no one else has. Everyone is unique. So once you go along that path, and the only way you can go along that path is by letting go of the restraints that people put on you. You go down that path and you'll develop yourself and you'll create something extremely, extremely magnetic. You stop seeking attention, and attention is just going to find you, right? You stop trying to impress and you naturally inspire, naturally. And because you've shifted from needing energy to being energy, the world will always respond to who you are being, right? And that's what it means. That's what it means to be fit to flourish. That's why I call myself fit to flourish, being fit physically, spiritually, mentally, financially. So you could be fit to flourish too, right? And it's being fit physically, but also being fit to grow, fit to flourish, okay? So essentially, don't chase, okay? Don't chase, embody. Don't perform, become. Work on yourself in silence, master your habits, build your foundation, because the moment you become the one, you'll start to have everything that belongs to that frequency. And that's how magnetism works. That's how abundance works. Be, do, have. So you are the source. You are the cause. You are fit to flourish. Good morning, welcome to the Fit to Flourish podcast. Let's talk wellness, finance, and growth.